Welcome back to Book of Dawn, IOTH Academy, tormented by gnomes, joined by Crowan, Legday, and Lemon Kiwi. When we last left our heroes, they were starting a secret society that is definitely not a cult.
And we shall call it the Coriander Society.
The ultimate crossover, oh my god.
This is the most ambitious crossover.
That'd be hilarious, the true origin story. But yes, Alyxander, Hennin, and Kraius have joined together to create a secret society that will bring together the best and the brightest. Alyxander has basically left the mission statement or purpose of the society in Kraius' hands, meaning that he's not particularly concerned with the society's end goals. Is that correct?
Maybe not so much as like not invested in them. Like definitely is, but wants Kraius to have like an important like role and very much feel like he is integral to the society. And it seems like he has a lot of good ideas, so Alex is okay with entrusting those the kind of task to him. At least to like be the final say on these things. Like I'm sure we like
Okay.
in game like meetup, we talk about it and like all input stuff, but for him having like a final say and to go over it at the ceremony.
Okay. All right. It is just a couple of weeks before the dance. The meetings of the secret society continue as Kraius just has books and books and books that he's bringing about other traditions, about IOTH's adventures. He's trying to basically build a body of lore for the society, something to base its traditions, its purpose, its customs on. We're going to need oaths. We're going to need symbolism. We're going to need secret codes. He's going all in on this. Hennin is largely concerned with, branding. Much more about the branding side of things.
Okay.
He's an artist in many ways, as well as an astute scholar. He doesn't have like a name for the society yet, but he
Alex does.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I think so.
All right. Well, let's bring that up.
Yeah. I mean, upon meeting with them, Hennin and Kraius, they're like,
Mhm.
yeah, Hennin, I know the branding is very important to you. I think I have a name that's simple, catchy, encompasses most of, I think, what you're aiming to do. How about just the Codex? I think it has implications for, of course, knowledge and ancient knowledge, and the preservation of it, of course, being written down. I think we could get a pretty simple enough, logo for it. I'm still brainstorming that front, something more than just a, open book or something. But how about it, the Codex?
You see, Hennin has like an entire piece of parchment just doodled with birds and different designs for like all sorts of birds.
Is there a bird called Codex?
There is not.
he's like, well,
Do you know if birds could read?
He slowly folds it. That's quite
I
good.
s-
That's
I
quite
I
good.
see what you have there. Maybe you can incorporate something
Mm.
into it, perhaps.
He flips it over to the other side and he continues to doodle with charcoals. Now, birds and books, birds and books. Kraius is thrilled with the name. He thinks it's excellent. Books, after all, the repositories of knowledge. IOTH has written many books. It's a
Yes.
lost arts, hidden, cryptic knowledge. Yes, no, that's excellent. That's perfect. All right. They're also doing some more recruitment efforts. How many people are you looking to have at the outset of this?
Maybe like between 15 to 30
Okay.
in that range is maybe we can get up to 30, I suppose.
Are you looking to have that many like day one, or are you looking to have a very small founding circle for the initial initiation?
Probably for initial initiation between like 10 to 20, and then like just mainly want to be concerned with like getting people initially and then making the process of like say getting in like more strict and time goes as time goes on. So like I don't know, might have a cap of I don't know, 30, 40 or whatever, but just definitely want to get like these amount of people that probably qualify that are pretty smart in initially.
All right. And we've currently got 2 ranks, initiates and scholars. Now
Yeah,
that
there'll
may
probably be a few in there, like novices, apprentices,
yes.
a couple other like still naming those, work in progress.
All right. So are you in charge of those? You're in charge of the ranking system?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, excellent.
Bring
And
back some dark flashbacks to being an MMO guild leader.
that's a 50 DKP minus.
That is a 50 DKP bonus.
All right, and then of course we'll need officers.
Oh no, not this again. It's
Yeah.
coming back. It's all coming back to me.
No!
No politics like guild politics, man.
Oh my god. The more petty the politics, the more vicious. The smaller the stakes, the more vicious the politics. All right. So here's what Kraius has so far for duties. Maintain an extremely high level of scholastic performance. Keep the secrets of the society. Protect the teachings and traditions of IOTH.
Mm-hmm.
That's as far as he's gotten so far. So if we're doing an oath of some kind, it would resolve around those 3. Is there anything you think he's missing at the moment?
I think that I think those are good. I think can you repeat those actually?
Yes. The first is to maintain extremely high grades. Basically, maintain scholastic performance that the society can be proud of. Keep the secrets of the society.
Okay.
Protect the traditions of teachings of IOTH. And also, yes, you have to believe that IOTH actually exists.
True. I think the only thing would be something about like seeking to like grow and gain more knowledge and spread it within. And maybe that can tie into like keep the secrets of it, but spread all knowledge that you gain kind of like within.
Do you want to add anything about like what seemed to be Crone's initial goal of like status after school?
I think like eventually I think it'd be something that needs to be more developed, and that can develop I think over time, but yeah.
So the 4th is tirelessly advance the art of magic and the knowledge of your brethren.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, cool. I was writing mission
Guys,
statements
made
a few
couple
weeks
cults
ago,
in his
so
time.
And you're just a pro now.
all right. So he's working on the oath and the initiation ceremony. He's very excited and very determined in all of this. What else is Alyxander preparing?
Well, preparing there to be, snacks and refreshments and things like that upon request of, Garnet and I'm sure others. But maybe even ask Ariana and Garnet to be in charge of that.
Woo!
Of
The
hospitality?
hospitality committee.
Yeah. If they're interested. It's
All
like,
right.
Garnet, if you're interested, I know that snacks were important. Maybe be in charge of making sure there are ample refreshments.
Is
Mhm.
Alex
Great.
sharing like what he believes like of the name and like the general tenets with us? in
Yeah, he
advance?
would.
Because Athalor would propose, if you're about being able to maintain secrets and knowledge, perhaps I could sculpt you a symbol alongside your logo just for your den.
Yeah.
Like, to not lose knowledge, a marble-clad book seems to be appropriate.
That sounds wonderful. Yes, I like that idea a lot. If you'd be willing to craft this, we would display it proudly in our office.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get one that's up to standard on time. Because my sculpting tools are gonna roll a 1.
Hopefully not.
And I just turn up with like a block of marble, like, it's a book, trust me.
The first step is to remove everything that isn't a book. All right. Recruitment as well. There is one person who has come to the attention of your fledgling society. And his name is Cyrus.
Oh, that's a bad guy's name.
That's a badass's name.
Cyrus, where his robes are always immaculate. He uses prestidigitation to just keep them completely nice and clean. He's got a very bronze skin. He is proudly from Brontha.
Would he have recognized Garnet?
No. Not yet.
No.
Excuse
Bitch,
me.
I'm Garnet.
Confident no.
Hello?
I have to say that because he's been in the Great Hall for the last like 4 years.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
if he came from a different cast, he might not think that he can approach El Princeso.
I got him Megaloth on the first club day. What the fuck?
Don't approach me.
I mean, let's put it this way. In ancient times, it's not like there were magazines or television or internet.
True.
At most, you would see people's depictions, right? Maybe once in your life you see them, unless you live in the capital, once in your life you see them march through your village or whatnot. But and maybe you see paintings or carvings or their faces on your coins or whatever. So even if you see that person, it'd be like seeing somebody who looks like a statue of Caesar. You know, it's like, wow, you look a lot like those statues of Caesar. But it's not like somebody whose photo is plastered in your face every single day by mass media. So it's possible. Also, you didn't wear all the much more somber, edgy look back then. You were
True.
No goth GF.
whenever you appeared in public, you had the whole Queen Amidala thing going on with the formal Zalorian regalia. So maybe notices the resemblance, but in the last few years has not caught on.
No, I am her handmaiden.
Wait. No birthing, please. We're all...
Wait, what is birthday?
Oh, I guess I'm thinking of The Handmaid's Tale.
No, he's talking Phantom Menace. He's talking George Lucas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, different shows.
We're on
Very
different cultural
shows.
levels. We
Yeah.
are not the same.
You're going right here. He's going like down here at the moment. All right.
I'll probably hand Cyrus like a brochure of the club if we have one.
Okay.
Welcome.
So you think you know the Codex?
So you've just joined the Codex.
And he is an alchemist. His entire
Classmate.
magic. Yeah. His entire magic is all alchemy. He barely practices any magic, like any formal magic. He's a absolute genius at mixing spells into potions and that sort of thing, which is why he makes a good addition to the club. He doesn't have innate magic. He's got very rigorously trained and adapted learning. Not that innate magic disqualifies you, but he's had to be very, very rigorous in his learning.
And I have a named classmate. That's a big thing.
Yep.
Study partner.
Welcome to the
Great.
club.
He's also pretty religious.
Double shit.
Yeah, you know.
I like your tattoo. Big on that.
I take it, is that mostly hidden most of the time, Garnet? Your birthmark?
She doesn't wear gloves. No gloves.
Okay.
So, I mean, not like, hey, when people have their engagement ring, they're like, oh, just stretching,
Mhm.
Just stretching.
Just doing my hand exercises.
It's really important for wrist mobility.
Not one of those engagement ring poses, but
Mhm.
it's just not covering it.
Okay. You takes the brochure, smiles brightly, takes a look at your hand, blinks for a moment, takes the brochure, looks back. I'm trying to see if any of the other characters who I have come up with would qualify, because how widely are you recruiting? Because for the most, but do you say Sventisko?
No,
I Sventisko, not Alex.
definitely not.
But would Henan or Kraius know about this conflict?
Well, they wouldn't
Probably
even know
not.
about her in the first place
Yeah.
because there's very
Oh,
little
true.
cross-pollination between
They're not Grosvenors.
the lodges. No, the Green Gala is like the one cross-grove event that's happened, cross-house lodge event that's happened in the past 4 years. Your knowledge of other people elsewhere is very unusual, all things considered.
Hold up, is Alex going to turn up to a Green Gala and then have an opposing cult to Sventisko? And then we're going to have a dance-off or something? We're just going to West Side Story it?
Yep.
I
That's
made
my
something
true
of myself.
plan. You found
Fucking
me
tunnel
out.
snake's gonna roll up to the gala.
That's us, and we rule. But yeah, how wide is recruiting? Is it just a Great Hall thing at this point? It's not like
it
your
would-
reach really extends that far out. The only reason that any of you
Yeah.
can escape is you've got this genie who's been, unlocked for the last few years, just chilling, waiting to get the call. And you've got
unless somebody-
Ariana's science project.
Yeah, unless somebody like randomly knows of someone
Mhm.
who would qualify in another place, and it's probably just Great Hall
Mhm.
oriented. But it would be interesting if that did come up, or someone like knew someone outside of the Great Hall to then like start a off branch of the Codex like there, and then next
The
year,
local
like, meet up
chapter
and
house.
merge. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
We are the Codex Cove, and we have like a dance like Team Rocket.
But yeah, and as I think about it more, probably just like this initial recruitment process, the priority is just gonna be to like get members with expectations of like, oh, if their grades aren't like quite like tippity top, then like we'll enforce that like they need to like improve on that, but like to
Mhm.
more so just like want at least a
Probation.
solid start. Yeah, or people go on probation.
All right, so
Get
you're
rid of
more
all
interested in
kind of
casting a
members.
wide net at this point.
Yeah, why more so right now its priority is wider as opposed to just specialized, but
Mhm.
with the idea of kind of sifting it down.
Okay.
later on.
All right then.
Starting the purging early.
There's a gnome named Mina Quill Sharpener who's quite bright. She speaks with a slight slur because she has a massive scar across her mouth.
Okay.
And is practicing illusion. A very promising wizard who's specializing in illusion and intends to continue studies afterwards.
Okay.
Let me see if anybody else. I mean, depending on how. Okay, there's a Huldra, a wood elf, Darina Naangren. She is a bard.
Ooh.
What was her name? Darina?
Darina. Mm-hmm.
Cool
Okay.
ranch.
Naangren translate is the winter. Angren is the winter court of the Huldra, so it is cool. And if she comes from a ranch, then you've made it.
And if you need help approaching them in Elven,
Mm-hmm.
hello there.
Hello
Yeah.
there.
All right, so we've got those folk, we've got you, and then we've got Ariana, Garnet, and Athalor. Now, the diplomatic situation has yet to be resolved, but at this point, it looks like you have... you can get Renobi.
Yeah. If she's smart, why not?
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
like, yeah, Athalor, if you want to ask Renobi, actually, I think she would qualify. You have the connection?
Yeah, I suppose I do. Athalor is still very oblivious as to the rumor that like he and Renobi were an item or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I can ask her if you'd like. Does she meet your criterion?
Yeah, I've heard that she does. So I wanted to
Which case-
extend that.
Athalor's pretty happy to do so whenever they would meet in whatever of the shared classes are available of the core curriculum. I imagine that he would have been generally proximal to Kenobi.
Ronobi.
Renobi.
We're all generally proximal to Kenobi. This is, you know.
That's true. We do love Kenobi. But yeah, because they like vaguely know each other, it's like, hey, this is a safe table on my 45-degree angle. Yo. Awesome.
All right. You catch her after one of your core classes because you've got your specialty classes, but you've also got some core classes that people share, and so you've got one of those more I'm not going to say boring, but you know, standard classes with her, and she. What's the approach?
I think that Athalor, like as they're packing up books and quills and stuff, would just sort of like walk over to the table and he sort of like tap on it with his fingers as if politely requesting attention.
All right. She continues packing her things for a moment and then turns to you inquisitively.
Hey, Renobi. So a couple of us are thinking about generating a extracurricular club for the most gifted people in the Great Hall. And we thought that you'd be a great fit for it.
Roll persuasion check.
Send a message to Athalor. Oh, this is going great. Yeah, you're killing it.
18. Roll an insight.
Can I mentally send a middle finger back?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can reply to messages.
Oh, wait, what was the other insight? Yes?
Yes, insight. And has.
Oh.
And do me a favor. Do me a favor. You had a disadvantage floating around for bullying a world-destroying arachnid. So.
I think I used for second disadvantage already.
Did you?
If it was only 2.
Yeah, you did on that Arcana check. Yep. All right. We'll let her ride. Okay. At this point, her take on you is sort of this bemused, curious confusion. She wasn't exactly sure what you were poaching for. She thinks about it for a moment and then goes, "Okay."
Cool. Alex is mostly in charge of who is getting in, and they kind of wanted me to approach you because, you know what? I like you.
Mega lol.
You're in the room for this, Garnet, because you messaged him, right?
I imagine. I'm just like...
Okay.
The most awkward direction I've ever heard Athalor say.
Snickering just like crazy.
She looks over at you for a moment. She's not mad. She's just like looks back at Athalor, looks back at you, looks back at Athalor. Okay.
Cool. So I'll tell Alex you're interested?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. Good job today. And then he takes his
Hand in
leave.
hand. God damn it.
Talking to girls, I'm glad I didn't have to roll to avoid charm just from being a hormonal bundle of, hey, pretty tiefling girl, how you doing? You breathing?
You're grieving, sis.
You breathing?
Are you breathing? Then I'm
you
interested
breathing?
because I'm an adolescent.
Exactly. That's all it takes.
All right. So our roster at this point consists of founding members Henen, Kraius, and Alyxander, Ariana, Garnet, and Athalor, Cyrus, Mina Quill Sharpener, Darina, and Renobi, for a total roster of 10 founding members. That sound decent?
All right. Yeah, we take those. We take those.
That leadership isn't very diverse.
That is good enough for now. If any last minute, recruits come through, great. If not, this is okay.
Just burst through the library door. Wait!
But
I
also-
object.
Also, I'd have to have a little discussion with Kraius at some point because of Athalor's involvement here. I want to make sure that's
Oh, and in the meantime, can I roll my sculpting for in case the marble book isn't shit?
Yeah, go ahead and roll to see if the marble book is shit.
Let's go. Will I need the lucky dice? No.
You will not.
fucking
The marble book is
way.
excellent.
Omega lol.
Aside from being a
Okay.
marble book, is the book open? Is it closed? You got anything on that regard?
It's kind of like the bottom of our IOTH Academy logo.
Okay. So it's like open with a ribbon across, that sort of look. Nice.
Yeah, and at the moment
Nice.
the pages are untouched because our
Mhm.
IOTH Athalor. Yeah. By the way, IOTH is Athalor.
Hey, we were supposed to keep that till the
I knew
end.
it.
He'd be like, we can put what we want on here, but
Mhm.
the base book and the detailing, it's done, mate. We
Okay.
nailed it.
All right.
This is fantastic work, Athalor.
How the hell is Alexander? Before we go to this, I just want to check in with Garnet. Anything else that you wanted to get to tend to? Projects, scenes, research, social interactions before we go back to preparing this definitely not a cult.
I probably like making snacks and then I grab a fork full of it and Kraius, does this taste good? And then I'm gonna feed it to Kraius and ask his opinion.
It's like drip spaghetti juice all over his scrolls. Like, come on. Eat
Oh.
it.
Are you proficient
everything
in
in this
cooking
outline.
cooking gear?
No.
What is
The princess who's
But he
always had
has to
shit
lie
cooked
to
for
me.
her.
He has to lie to me, okay?
Oh, roll a deception check from.
roll a flat 1d20, please?
Oh boy.
Okay, this I'm proficient in.
Okay. Not bad.
Oh, this spaghetti is excellent. Oh, the nat 20 on charisma. Okay, you have a disadvantage to being charmed.
Shit.
Delectable. Really, actually, this is really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I've never cooked anything before. That's
I
amazing.
could not tell.
Cool. Then I go back. Fixing it.
That's a suave ass mother.
All right. So as Garnet walks away after stuffing his face with food, Alexander, how are you going to tackle the Athalor issue?
I've sent my
Okay.
diplomat forth.
So it just go to Kraius and one and say, Kraius, there is a matter that I believe we should probably discuss before our ceremony. As you are aware, I'm good friends with Garnet, Athalor, and Ariana. And they did take interest, all of them, to this group, and they all do qualify, of course, as well. But I wasn't sure if Athalor would want to, but he actually wants to very much let the bygones be bygones. He wants to kind of, I don't know about fully make amends, but at least have a bit of a truce, and is very prioritized actually in wanting to better himself. It seems like, as he's growing up, he's actually growing up, right?
It's been like a week since he humiliated me in front of the entire student body.
You were partially responsible for that yourself, mister.
It has, and he feels bad for this. He truly, genuinely feels bad for it, and wishes to make amends, in part at least. And he does actually have, a lot of value to this society. He's a great sculptor and is working on our
I have my
on our
peace
logo.
offering.
Working on our logo, of course. He's going to have a sculpt of it. It's to be our main presentation piece hung up in her office. It's actually, I saw a sneak peek of it. It turned out rather well, and it would, of course, if he's not a great fit long term, that is okay. But in order to get this thing, started and running, I think it's going to be good.
Okay.
If you're okay with it, of course, and that's why.
All right. So you've sort of done a few things here, Crowan. You have attempted to convince him that Athalor feels bad.
Complete lie.
Okay. You've also attempted to persuade him that Athalor has valuable and can be cut loose. Which of those
True.
things? So one lie, and what about the other two?
Other two, I mean, truth, I definitely sees Athalor's value, for sure, in this process. The can be cut
Athalor
loose
has
thing is
tools the
probably
nerds
like
don't have.
yeah, the cut loose thing's probably like a half lie. Like, I mean, doesn't want to nor expects to have to cut Athalor out of it, but like we don't know the range of like where this group of society is going to go. So like, or even like, technically, the friendship between, Athalor and everybody else, Alex included. So it's like on the table, but not something Alex like wants to or expects to do, is to cut anybody from it.
Okay, so one of those things that you offer, but you don't seriously think will ever be activated.
Yeah. But like, seems that it's, it's what's in the realm of possibilities.
Okay, roll a deception check first, please.
All right. 20. Dirty 20.
Sheesh. 17.
Oh, God.
Dummy. What are you, fucking bad?
All right. Now roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Oh.
Because
All right, 15.
the odds are
15.
stacked against you when it comes to Kraius and Athalor.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Still a 15? Oh, shit.
The negotiator.
All right. Kraius hesitates, frowning, and the faintest chill runs down your spine. A cold breeze flows through your mind. And you see, or rather, no, you feel shame. You feel the fear of shame. Anger at being made powerless. And a desire for power and control. And these are not your emotions. These are Kraius' emotions, and you feel them for a moment as if they were your own.
I'll offer you some assurance. If there is any conflict that Athalor initiates between himself and you, then I would see it that he is promptly removed.
And what would his position be in the Codex?
I think for a long term that is to be decided, but initially as a sculptor, a crafter, and I think one that is
No, his
room for growth.
his rank.
Oh, his rank, of course.
Aren't there only two?
What do you think is fair, Kraius, for his rank? Rank, of course, I think in this society, in the Codex, should be very largely based on academic prowess, so...
Roll persuasion check for me, Alexander.
Well, his grades are satisfactory. I mean, we could come to some sort of agreement on where he should lie. Persuasion.
Mhm.
Oh, I still. Oh, well, there's an 8.
Mhm. Okay. The ice flows down your veins. And as you're telling him that Athalor deserves a fair shot like anybody else. That frustration, that fear of humiliation spikes and rises once again. A desperation to be in a position of power, to be in a position of control, to turn the tables. You can feel it.
What do you think is a fair rank, Kraius? I'll let you have the final say on it.
I think given his past conduct, he has not demonstrated a true reverence for the traditions of IOTH. But if we're to judge on merit, then perhaps he can earn his way in as an initiate.
Fair enough. This is agreeable.
There's you feel a little rush. A little rush of relief, a little bit of power. Just a taste of glee. And then the cold winds withdraw, and the only emotions you experience are your own.
Mm-hmm. Alex will internally say, that was useful.
All right. Kraius is still clearly troubled, but seems to have come around to your way of...
Know what somebody doesn't want to lose, and you know everything you need to know about them.
All right. That is resolved.
Cool. All right.
The negotiator.
The good Athalor would be like, all right, yeah, I've got you in. You're fine. It is okay with Kraius, but a couple of things. You cannot initiate any, at least very obvious, bullying of Kraius. You
And if
wanted to
he
choose that.
initiates it upon me,
That is very interesting. We will.
wouldn't be very IOTH conduct.
No, it wouldn't. We'll keep that in mind, and if that does happen, I'll make sure to. Actually, I'll set those boundaries that he is to not do that, of course. But he, of course, should be punished if he does. But he did say that you have to be an initiate. That was his rule there. At least at first, there's room for improvement, and you can rise in the ranks and everything like that. Not sure how much that matters to you, but
I don't foresee that being an issue.
sure. All right.
You should see the form of my bow. Oh,
Is it?
oh, you have no idea, Alex.
I suppose I don't.
All right. We move on. You've got your initial founding members. You've got your venue planned. Kraius has been working on initiation oaths and the like. And he comes up with an idea, Alyxander.
Yeah.
Because in his studies, he is so obsessed with IOTH that while he hasn't cracked the code, he is aware of the secret runes that only IOTH uses, the ones you've seen before in the binding circle around Dubasif. He's come across them, and he likes the idea of using that on the book. If we're to inscribe something that secret would be appropriate. But he hasn't been able to crack what they actually mean yet.
So they're the same runes that are on Dubasif's circle. There's
Mhm.
just like his some like specific runes that he's crafted.
Yes.
Okay.
It's something
okay,
he
yeah, I
he
think-
like mentions in passing as he's going through different possibilities for inscribing it upon there.
Okay, and for a reminder, what did they say again? They had like some sort of like
It's a full alphabet. There's a whole alphabet. He's
Oh,
not
like just-
looking to put like the message that was inscribed in
gotcha.
there. He's just looking to use those letters, but he doesn't know which letters mean what. He just thinks it's cool to
Okay.
use a secret that only IOTH knows in the club book.
That's
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I think Alex would say, I am actually an expert on runes myself. I might be able to help in this. Might
Okay.
be able to translate them.
Roll a deception check. Flat. No advantage or disadvantage.
Oh, 11.
11. All right. Oh!
Oh.
3. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, he's
One
always
time.
so close. Always so close. But no joy. All right. He presents his research. He hands that over to you. Between Athalor and Garnet, you're better connected. You have your little social circle. You have your Mean Girls posse. You hear a rumor that people in the Grove are getting things from outside the academy.
Smugglers.
Mhm.
No. Like what kind of stuff? Do I know what kind of stuff?
Jewelry, food. Not that like there's any lack of there's no lack of material possessions for any student at IOTH Academy. All your needs are attended to. But there's still like little things from foreign lands, trinkets, and perfumes and potion ingredients and stuff like that.
Is
Don't
it
we all
difficult to
get shit?
import things into IOTH Academy?
Yeah, don't we all get
it's-
shit mailed?
Sorry, what?
Don't we all get stuff mailed to us? Like our parents and stuff?
But
Oh.
is it all like checked? Is there like IOTH Academy customs?
Yeah.
You imagine somebody's going through your things.
Oh.
But the reason that it's salacious is because the rumor is somebody's sneaking out and getting back in and bringing stuff with him.
Oh, it's a him.
No, with them.
Oh.
That was an M, an EM, and an
okay.
apostrophe.
No pronoun clues today.
Mhm.
Am I able to find out like who?
Yeah, roll insight to tap into your network to see what you can do. 13. Well, whoever they are, they're not just selling things left and right. And they're keeping it extremely hush-hush. It's not like there's a little black market smuggling ring. It's just that a few people have things and they're not saying where they get it from. But it's definitely in the Grove.
I probably share the rumor with has everyone heard it? I guess at this point.
I mean, you're the best connected. You're the one who hears first. Who knows if it'll make its way around before the gala.
Yeah, you decide whether a rumor lives or dies.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
You are the rumorster.
So probably like next lunchtime, I'm like, I'll
Mhm.
probably eat with Athalor and Alex. Be like, did you guys hear? Someone is smuggling stuff in the Grove and getting out at night.
What could they possibly want?
Why
they be
would you
bringing in
wanna leave?
weapons?
It's scary out there. There's like raveners and shit that were like nearby like last month.
It must be something very vital if they're going to leave the safety of the academy and then bring in goods, because we've all had things mailed from home, right?
Yeah.
Kind of tone deaf by Alex, but
Alex
Me,
Alex
who
was
also
not.
hasn't gotten anything. Well, why don't we just ask Dubasif? Doesn't he? He's in the Grove. Probably knows everything that goes down.
That's a good
True, maybe.
idea.
He's likely seen people move by, even if they're just close to rivers, he's probably heard.
I like that idea. It's very good. I would be
Well,
curious.
Athalor, are you gonna toilet swirly somebody in order to get us over there?
Well, Can Athalor shape water expand to a point where they could talk to Dubasif if
Yeah,
they were
you-
in
you-
a more private location?
You could get the water and just open up a channel to him without having to travel to him.
Oh, sweet.
Alex, somewhere private?
Yeah. Let's go. Alex
Our
just-
resident cartographer.
yeah, Alex will lead them to. I mean, we can just go in our bedroom, I guess. Dude.
All right.
Oh yes, I know just the place. Very secret.
Exactly. Diddle-diddle-doo. This is literally our dorm, Alexander.
The most private place we have.
Okay, I thought just use this shape water, just turns on a tap and just keeps dragging water out of it until it's literally like a portal-esque portal, and then counterclockwise 3 times Dubasif, and then steps back because he assumes that Garnet's going to do the talking here.
I just walk up. Thank you. That's so nice, so kind.
Years have passed of your fleeting mortal lives, and yet for me it is as if I shut my eyes for one brief moment and breathed a deep sigh of relief, and then was rudely pulled forth and called upon. What can I do for you? What do you want?
Yeah. What do you think of this tiara? I'm gonna wear it for the gala, and
Got it.
Ariana made it. Sorry. We were talking about someone sneaking out from the grove. Do you know anything about that?
No waterway can pass without my knowledge throughout all of these lands. Yes, it is the young sorceress Sventisko.
Oh,
Looking
your
over to
ex.
Alex.
Also, that tiara pales in comparison to the treasure of the deeps.
Ooh.
That's rude. Do you have something I can wear from the gala for the gala instead?
In my heyday, when I was the master of the glass palace, I could have commanded a crown of coral adorned with the mightiest pearls that anyone has ever seen. But unfortunately, I'm stuck being the water supply for this accursed academy, so no can do.
Speaking of your role at the academy, is Sventisko the one sneaking out? Do you happen to have seen or heard of what they're smuggling? Is it anything large, or they keep it hidden?
It is less that she is taking things and bringing them back, and more that she is taking things and bringing them out.
How long is she gone for when she leaves?
The night.
She can't go far then.
What is she bringing out?
Books, parchments.
What civilizations are nearby? Close enough that they could get there in a night.
I care not for such things.
You would know, however, that the refugee camp, which has been here for probably like a century, so it's not really a camp, it's a settlement, that's just been like stacked on top of itself for ages, with all sorts of different civilizations gathering for the relative protection outside the sphere. After all, when the Raveners did roll up on them, they got blasted into oblivion by a bunch of high-level wizards. So the refugee camp starts almost immediately on the other side of the sphere.
Would we collectively know of any power bases around draconic tribes there?
Roll history.
Bam. Alex might be helpful in this one as well.
I think
we
Alex
all
might
have
get
history.
advantage on this one.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Can I roll history?
Yeah, roll history with advantage for your studies. Natural
Oh,
20.
baby,
Natural
he
20. Okay. The closest dragon tribes are the Vudazon and the Kanar, who are both desert-dwelling tribes. They have territory that basically runs all the way up to very close to the refugee camp. And one of them is represented by brass dragons. The other one is represented by blue dragons. Natural 20. There were people who were loyal to the dragon tribes who wore blue sashes in the camp before you left years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably linked to the Vudazon tribe.
The Vudazon tribe. I guess
They were
Alex
hanging out
would
with Sventisko.
share this.
They evolved to have blue sashes at our most recent get-together for the IOTH speech.
Yeah, it makes sense. I guess she has some sort of connection with them now.
She
Maybe
sent them
part of them.
IOTH stuff.
Just taking things and sneaking them out, taking knowledge, trying to spread whatever that they need.
Okay, Garnet's going to think of a way to blackmail this in 3.
We can tell on her.
Simple, effective.
Simple,
Love it.
effective, and the right thing to do.
Well, I suppose.
Well, I don't know. Alice, you want to go talk to her? Do ya?
Do I? Not particularly,
Yeah.
no.
Perhaps, Alex, you could convey the value of the Codex to the forces that be by investigating this. They don't know we already
we can
know.
ask her to join.
No, she's the sacrifice for the conveyance of power onto the society.
What?
Yeah, do elaborate.
Well, so it's smuggling, right? IOTH doesn't want these things leaving, nor do they want the students leaving. And now you guys are supposing to be a society that is to benefit the legacy of IOTH.
I'm understanding.
So if you want
now.
to push your value towards the faculty,
Yes.
you have some value. They might not know that it's Sventisko.
It's assuming the faculty, right? They might not know. I mean, they might not know at all this is happening. I mean, I guess they might be hearing these rumors, but
So we could follow her.
Well, maybe if we continued for rumors, then they'd get a little bit concerned. And you could offer a solution.
Yeah, so we could claim the credit. I like that.
Oh, I spent too much time around Garnet.
You do. It's really rubbing off.
That's a good thing, right? Right?
Yes, Garnet. Yes, it is.
Yay!
My parents barely recognize me.
Oh, what's that like? But
that's dark.
But we haven't left the school since the time we saw F die. So if we had a field trip, that would be fun too.
Are you saying we also take up smuggling?
Oh, just go for
Flavor
a walk.
of the month.
Go for a walk that happens to be in her direction.
Dubasi, do you know how they're leaving?
No, she crosses the golden sphere, which is supposed to be inviolable.
That's a problem.
So, how does she cross that?
Dubasif has no idea.
Oh, I can ask Master L now. I'm sure she'll know.
Would she tell
Do you want to publicize to the faculty that we might be leaving the sphere?
Well, she left it to go see the Raveners, so maybe I'm curious about how she got through it.
And by go see, you mean go and murder scores of them because they were encroaching upon IOTH's territory.
It doesn't matter the point. It matters the answer and the result.
I'm just saying that if Alex is building a think tank, maybe put some brains to use.
Oh, if we tell Kraius she's smuggling out books, you know how pissed he's going to be?
He's going to be very mad. I think we could go about this one of two ways, right? It's either get recognition for this society and just take her down, or actually just blackmail her. Say, hey, we'll tell that you're doing this and get you, expelled, thrown out, or whatever. But if you don't want it to happen, then you tell us how you get out of the academy, how you cross the barrier, what she's smuggling, what the purpose is. I mean, we could get a lot of information that could be interesting.
Or hear me out, we do both.
Get the information and then also expel her.
Yeah.
Evil, Athalor, evil. I love it.
Well, she might know secrets of IOTH Academy. Like, we're still trying to get to... I'm assuming we're not in earshot of anyone.
Yeah.
But,
we just got Dubasif over there just chilling. I'm unconcerned with these matters.
I have him on mute. It's fine. But we're trying to go to the office, and if she knows some kind of secrets of IOTH Academy, maybe she knows what other barrier bullshit and how to get through it, right?
Yeah, I mean, she certainly knows one secret, right? She's getting through this barrier, so she knows how to do that.
Yeah, so...
Which could help us eventually infiltrate IOTH's
Which one of us does she not hate?
I
I think she hates me the least.
I think she's fairly neutral with you and I.
Didn't she prank her ass?
Well, let's say my prank was inconsequential compared to the life-changing Alex's thing.
Maybe it's more effective if it's someone that there's a bit of bad blood with. Maybe it makes the consequences a bit more tangible for her.
Oh, Alex, you've grown up so much.
Well, I could do girl talk and like get secrets. You know, that's what girl talk's all about, is getting secrets. Right?
You are quite persuasive, Garnet, but do you think that that's going to work on Sventisko?
I don't know.
Just a bit
Maybe.
of girl talk secrets? When she has an actual real cult that she is a part of now?
Well, how about this? We can do it in 2 waves. You do girl talk and be a little bit subtle, and I'll join Alex as their
The bad cop.
quote unquote. Well,
We're doing
more-
good cop, bad cop here.
Yeah, I'll be good cop. You
more
guys
of
be
a
bad cop.
silent cop. I suppose in a way. However, I think we're all in agreement. We talk to Sventisko first.
Sure, yes.
Okay, brain analyze me when I talk to her, right? Athalor, so you can hear my right?
Yes, and I'll relay that to Alyxander.
Right.
Wait,
Okay.
Alyxander, do you read thoughts?
I do not typically.
Okay, cool.
no.
We'll do that.
Good to
then.
know. Good. I'm glad we're getting all of that out there now.
What about the other
So-
guy? Do they?
Who?
Who?
You know what? Never mind.
What? I don't know. what you're talking
The
about.
other guy that Athalor refers to like the Hulk.
Yeah.
I like
Prob-
expose my
probably.
forehead a bit, like, okay, read me, and I'm like leaning up to Athalor. Connect, Bluetooth, brain.
I'm in.
Okay, cool. So where is she?
Ostensibly,
go to the Grove.
she's in the Grove somewhere. Now, I do want to ask: do you want to investigate this before or after the initiation ceremony?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, how pressing do we want this to be? I mean,
Yeah, this is just a piece of new information. That's all.
I wouldn't mind having a draw card if Kraius starts to get difficult.
So what does that mean? Which one do you
that's
want to do?
fair. To let it linger a little bit and turn in some, favor points for Kraius whenever we need to. Is that, am I understanding correctly, Athol? By
I'd
then
like to-
having him outing Sventisko?
I'd like to get the lay of the land with Sventisko so that we can offer Kraius a fig leaf. or whatever the D&D equivalent of the peace thing is.
That'd be an olive branch. A fig leaf is to cover your junk.
True. Yes, I'm mixing up my plant metaphors. However, this will cover your shame that you so totalitarianly grabbed a few weeks ago.
Actually, yeah, a fig leaf would be appropriate in this case. All right, so initiation ceremony first, or meet with Sventisko first? What does Alexander think?
Maybe a slight lean to after, but can be persuaded to do it before if you guys want to do it first.
All right, leaning towards after. Athalor.
Athalor thinks girl talk should come first, and then the boys approach after the initiation ceremony to make it look less like a coordinated barrage.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Girl
All right.
talk, initiation, barrage.
The second punch comes.
Yeah.
All right. So with Athalor linked in to Garnet's mind, Garnet makes her way, perhaps under the auspices of helping Ariana with her project, which she still has special dispensation to make. And you're going to try to engineer an opportunity to talk with Sventisko. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Probably gonna go back to the dorm that I remember her staying at way back when. and seeing if I find her there, if it's like during the day or something.
Okay. Roll perception.
Do.
Yeah. You do, in fact, find her there during the day. Her class schedule is slightly different than yours because they pay more attention to the sun in the grove and the natural weather patterns. But you're able to track her down. She is in the middle of... Well, actually...
Oh, shit.
Roll for initiative.
She wants to beat your ass.
What's your approach into the dorm like?
Stop that sneeze.
What's up,
probably,
fuckers?
probably like nonchalantly walking in, seeing her, and be like, "Oh, hey, long time no see."
All right. She was fiddling with something metal when you walked in. When she sees you, she sets it down. Garnet, what are you doing here?
Oh, I was helping Ariana with her project in the Grove, and like I haven't been here in years. Just wanted to take a walk and look around and see you. And holy cow, I don't know. Does she look different? Is she?
Yeah, I mean, she's grown. She's taller. She's still got excellent posture. Her hair is still tied up in a tall braid. She's still got those turquoise eyes with little flecks of copper in them.
Roll for puberty.
Roll for puberty. Like, whoa, you got really tall.
You got also tall.
Yeah, that's crazy. How's the Grove been?
How do you have time to make it up here? Aren't you super busy?
Sventisko remains a conversationalist, Alex.
I mean, I was just in the area, so I was like, the sooner I get back, the sooner I got to get back to studying. You know what I mean? So I figured I'd take an extra while, a little extra lap around the Grove, and thought I'd check in on some old Grove people.
She looks at you sideways. Huh. Wouldn't expect that from you.
Why not?
Well, you told me years ago that the only thing to do in the face of life's tragedies was to knuckle down and try to make something of yourself. Work hard, focus, chase after your goals. I've been doing that ever since. And I doubt they're running around here unless they are.
She's citing Garnet at Garnet.
I pull out my transcript. Well, actually, I've actually been quite successful over at the Great Hall. Yeah, and there's a Green Gala coming up and all kinds of
have
cool
that
stuff.
on you?
Yeah, you never know who you're gonna meet, right?
She thinks it's weird as well that she had the transcript. I told you.
Is Athalor like dictating this like word for word, like what Sventisko's saying? Or no?
Basically, yeah. And then I'm adding the commentary that Athalor's adding on top of the.
He's casting Garnet's conversation.
Just casting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something clicks. And
It's doing like a stupid voice for both of them as well.
So I mean, it sounds like you've been productive too. What are you working on these days?
Taking extra classes, getting as much done as I can.
Does she look like she's slept?
No.
Oh, are you still dealing with those nightmares? Are you sleeping well?
I'm just working really hard. I don't have a lot of time to rest. It's the easiest thing to cut out of your schedule when you're trying to get ahead. Take some honors courses, some extra credit things, you know.
Smuggle some weapons.
Oh, may I sit next to you?
Roll an insight check.
Oh fuck.
She lying
About what?
about taking
Yes,
extra
you-
classes.
So I still ask her, can I sit next to you?
Go ahead.
Okay, I sit and kind of, I don't know if she has her hand somewhere, but I probably put a hand on her hand and
Mhm.
like, is everything okay?
Roll
I believe
persuasion,
she's
please.
becoming a confidant.
I'm a therapist.
17. There's a metal, a harshness, a focus to her. Roll perception for me, please. All right. Her fingers are covered in tiny cuts. Not her
Is it
hands, just her fingers.
Would Garnet think these details over?
Like, well, that's still kind of strange if it's just the fingers. And I'm like, oh, what happened to your fingers? And I cast like a healing hand on
Mhm.
her hand while I'm still holding her hand, so it's like glows a little bit.
All right. It heals up. She looks at you appreciatively. Ah, thank you. Calluses
What'd
are
you
going to
do
have
to do that?
metal work. Lots of metal work.
Metal for what?
Crafting. You know, we keep up with our crafts these days, and I thought I'd get in touch with my heritage. Roll insight, please.
Oh, there's so much exciting.
She's lying.
Slippery dragonborn.
God.
Did she put that metal thing nearby somewhere?
She tucked that off to the side, away, kind of in a fold of a blanket.
Oh, was that metal thing the thing you're working on right now? Well, what is it?
That? No, just fidgeting. Antsy, that's all. Nothing.
I think she's about to push her luck.
Let's
Well,
see.
I've helped you before, Sventisko, and I want to push you in the right direction, and I want to help. I'm over at the Great Hall. We have a lot of resources, and you see my transcript. I can help you with any class or any project. I'm here for you.
Roll another persuasion check, please.
Oh.
You know, she's telling her to help. And
lucky!
she's
I want to
so
lucky
cocky.
it. I must. Can I, please?
Yeah,
May
go ahead and
please,
roll again.
Cynthia? Oh shit!
It's not
God
to
damn it.
be.
I think she should have talked about herself less.
I'm.
Probably
I
making about
appreciate
herself,
that.
yeah.
I'm doing fine in my classes, though. I really am. If I think of anything, I'm sure I'll let you know.
You don't look like you've slept. Well, what's on your mind?
You going to the gala?
Oh, evasive.
Yeah, actually. Are you?
I'm
Very
thinking
excited
about
to
it.
talk
Who are you taking?
The Athalor, actually.
Well, that's
Have you-
obvious. That makes tons of sense. I could have seen that coming from a mile away.
the
I haven't seen any of you for years, but I could have immediately have told you that. That's easy. I mean, obviously, we'd go with Athalor.
Athalor's got a much more mocking voice on while he transcribes.
Like,
What
who are you taking?
Although I'm surprised that Ariana didn't ask him.
Oh yeah. I don't know either. Are you
Alex, I don't
taking
think I
someone?
understand women.
What about
guess I don't
Alex?
either.
You used to be friends with Alex. He could ask you, or you could ask him.
Roll insight, please.
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's gonna know.
cold disdain, contempt.
Oh, I know how you feel, though. Sometimes I wish I could just leave the academy and have better choices elsewhere. But I just, can't leave, so it's annoying.
Where would you go? The best magic in the world is here.
Well,
Until it all gets
Life-
smuggled out.
life's not all about magic. Sometimes it's about the experiences, and maybe there's more to experience outside of here, and I really wish I could.
The only thing to experience out there is war and death, preventable war and death.
These two could make the most inspiring and depressing calendar together.
Well, we don't know unless we go. Oh, do you want to try and sneak out with me? I
Roll
did so
decep-
once.
Roll deception.
The next lucky dice.
Uh-oh.
Why am I lying? I actually want to fucking leave.
Sventisko is immediately
Stir hate
suspicious. Immediately suspicious.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, I can't see, but I think she's blown it.
Oh, she
Hopefully
freaking
she
not
gets
20
salvaged.
that? Are you kidding?
I nat 20'd that. There's no reason to leave until I've become the best sorceress that I possibly can. I don't think we should talk about leaving the academy anymore.
You're right. I just thought there'd maybe be better things out there than here.
Not yet, but there
Especially-
will be. There will be someday.
Well, so you don't want to sneak out with me?
No.
Well, Investigator Alex, you can note down motivation.
Already writing it down.
Are you sure it is? Well, I feel like there's just something wrong, and I wish I could help you. But if you want to deal with this on your own, sure. But the strongest people on Earth were never alone. And
What are you
there
going to do when
is-
you get out of the school? Garnet?
I haven't really thought that deeply about it, actually, because this is all I've ever really known for a while. And the person that sent me here, I don't know where they are, and I don't have a place to go home yet, really. So that's why leaving the school before graduation would be a great way to get an idea where I would end up when I'm thrown out.
When
I'm
you're
kinda, like,
thrown
getting
out?
sad face. When I'm sa- well, like, when you
Uh-huh.
graduate and you're
Mm-hmm.
told to leave, type of
Okay.
thing.
Give me
We find out about the murders.
give me either persuasion or deception, depending on how you're feeling about this this tale that Garnet is spinning. On its authenticity. Okay. All right. All right. Her expression softens a little bit. She thinks she's very suspicious of you asking about a reason to get out, but your motivations at least make sense. We have all this magic and we're learning all these things. And there are all those people out there in that camp waiting for the Raveners to come by. And people all over the world who are slaves and sacrifices in the thousands every single day. And when I leave this place, I'm going to do more for them than all these wizards hiding and hoarding all of this to themselves have done in the last centuries.
Alex, she's a communist.
Well, is it the refugee camp? Is that what you're talking about?
The whole world.
Why do you want to help the whole world?
Because they need it? Because it's wrong to do nothing with this? Did you see what happened when the Raveners attack? They got blasted off the face of the earth.
But who came to save them? It was Master Al now and the others at IOTH.
Just this place. They didn't go to save the rest of them.
How can you expect IOTH to save everyone?
How can you expect him to do something other than stay locked up and working on whatever it is that he's working on all this time?
What if he's just not real? That's why he doesn't do anything.
I wouldn't let Kraius hear about this part.
Cut it off, cut it off.
Cut the VOD, cut the VOD.
I think he's real.
What makes you think
And an
that?
asshole.
And I think he's hiding things. I think he's hiding things that could help.
I think he's hiding something too. Do you know how to get up there? It seems really well guarded and haven't even begun to think about all the things we'd have to get through.
Roll a persuasion check, Garnet.
Now fuck.
How many lucky dice you got? You got any left over?
I got one more.
You feel like
Can I
burning
use
it?
it? Yeah. Let's try it. Let's go.
Okay. 24. You're You're going to the gala with Athalor?
Well, like, together, but not like together. You know what I mean? Just like friends. Why?
Roll insight, please, Garnet.
Oh, fuck.
Chat has given you inspiration 2 hours ago.
Okay. Fuck.
A natural 1.
The now one, bloody hell.
Oh.
I'm not gonna be there.
Are you trying to skip 2? Oh, I've been wanting to skip 2.
But you're gonna be there.
Well.
That sounds like a threat, Alex.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. Right now.
If you just make sure that none of the teachers leave the gala, it would mean a lot to me as a friend. Just to keep them busy that night.
Could we make a deal?
She throws you a quizzical look.
I snap my fingers and Una the imp appears. Could you bring Una with you? A lot, not to watch, not for your own safety. I know you can take care of yourself, but he can be invisible, can maybe help out with some things.
Garnet, tell them if a teacher leaves.
And yeah, I can communicate with Una to tell you any information while I'm at the gala or around. And if anything happens to you, Una will be able to tell me and we can, not saying anything will happen, but, just as an emergency, we have some way to talk to you and find you.
Okay. Just one condition.
Oh, for fuck.
Okay.
You can't tell Alex.
Whoops.
Why? I thought you were friends.
I don't think he understands me. Or himself. Or where he comes from.
Opinions, Alex? Thoughts?
I'll discuss this later.
What do you mean? Doesn't understand like where he's from?
Yeah,
But he's my friend. I really want to know if there's something wrong with him.
No, there's nothing wrong with him, but someone from the Charir tribe should care more.
Oh.
Mate, she's not going to see a dragon pin.
It's fine.
It's one of the weirdest setups for a conversation ever.
Roll for drip. Well, I'll make sure he doesn't know, but I want you to take care of yourself, okay? And I'm still like, put my hand on her hand.
Roll a deception check.
Come
because
on,
Alyxander very much already knows.
Fuck! Are you serious?
She looks at you. I'm serious. I don't want him involved at all. Under any circumstances.
Get out of there.
Academy LC, this is me back.
Abort.
No matter what happens, he doesn't hear anything. He doesn't get involved. I don't even have to see him.
You won't see him because he's going to be at the gala with Ariana.
Oh, he's going with Ariana?
To a date?
Yeah. So he's going to be very busy.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Are you going to break it to Ariana or should I?
Did you say that you were putting your hand on her hand?
Yeah, I've been kind of like...
Was there a play to that, or was that just making reassuring gestures?
Comforting, reassuring.
Mm-hmm.
If she swings away, that she swung that way.
Gotcha. Preventing yourself from catching those hands.
Yeah, just where I could see them hands, my lady.
I'm a brawler.
You gotta watch out. Sventisko's hands are rated E for everyone. All right.
That
So
sounds
she.
like a pretext to a really horny character.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Save it for graduation. We're still 14. All right. So she. There's no way she could possibly know that you're in psychic communication with Athalor, who's translating via telephone to Alex, but she's sus. Something there's a reason she was that specific. You gave something away, but she has no context for what it is that you gave away.
Why are you looking at me like that? This is an honesty policy here. You can ask me anything, and ask me anything.
Just tell me
Sound
if
me to transcribe her.
You look suspicious right now. and
any
I
of the
just want your
teachers
trust.
and Alexander, I know you're close. I don't want you talking about this.
Oh, me and Alexander got in a really big fight, so I'm totally okay with.
Roll a
hiding something.
deception check
Oh, we actually did get in a
Right, we
fucking
did
fight.
get into a fight.
with advantage.
Well, there you go.
She hates you, Alex.
She not 20s again.
Nope. All right.
That she does.
She's basically one stage more skeptical than she otherwise would be, but still going along with this. She'll take Una the imp.
More skeptical?
No, she's after her rolling her natural 20. She's remaining skeptical, but still going along with bringing Una along.
Okay. Well, I guess Una on the head. Take care of Sventisko and report back if something happens to her, and listen to her. And don't get yourselves killed.
Slurpee.
Okay. Well, can you please return him eventually? After the gala or something? You're gonna be done after the. What are you doing, actually? I didn't ask.
Roll persuasion. She hesitates at that exact moment. 22. I'm going to break into the teacher's office.
What teacher? Like IOTH?
No. Untermaler.
Ooh.
I think the blackmail angle is going to go really well.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, you want to know how you can trust me? Because I'll give you a secret about him. He'll probably have an alarm spell in there, so you might want to use our Arcanus magic aura. I can write that on a scroll. I don't even know if I know how, but you might want to use that because when I was sussing him out at the ceremony, he was trying to detect magic that I was using. So he'll probably detect your presence. So you might want to use that aura or something to not alarm him. Because he's suspicious. Very suspicious person.
Thank you. I think I can take care of that. But, I'll take the scroll if you have one.
I know how to I know how to do the spell. I don't know. Can I actually give her a scroll if I know a spell?
I don't think anybody has completed the class yet that gives you the ability to make scrolls. Has
Did you
anyone?
say, Alex, upon the completing the rune class, that I could
Yeah.
scribe scrolls?
Yeah. Alexander can scribe scrolls. You cannot at this time.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll get back to you on that. I left my parchment and magic ink at my dorm. But what do you want with Untum? What do you want with that guy?
It's a test run. So I'm going to get into IOTH's office and I'm going to find out what he's hiding, just not that night.
Okay.
Oh, damn. If she didn't hate you, that would be quite useful.
I think it still can be useful, actually.
Do you
Very
think
nice.
it's against the tenets of the Codex to break into our office?
Are you gonna? I'm really curious what's in there and how you're gonna do. Do you want to meet up once you deliver Una and we can chat about it?
Your familiar's coming along. He's going to see everything, right?
Well, I want to hear it from you.
No, we can't
We're
be seen
friends now.
together afterwards. What if something goes wrong? What if we're caught? What if they catch on to us? No, we gotta stay apart for a while after that.
Well, I got a secret room you can use for secret meetings if you want to meet up and chat about it and go over future plans.
Do you tell her she's listening? Are you gonna tell her about the secret room?
Is she wanting to know?
Yeah.
Well, I can provide you a room to meet me in, but I feel like this has been a one-way street so far. So
I wouldn't tell her too much about close ties to the faculty, Garnet. She seems untrusting.
am I even allowed to think back at you? I don't
Yeah,
even
it's
know.
a two-way bond.
Absolutely.
Oh. So I probably think back, like, if she knows how to break through magical fucking barriers and break into places, she will definitely be the MVP of the Codex.
I'm not saying don't take her to the room, just don't tell her why you have it.
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I have a room that I just found because no one uses it and I study in it. So I would, if you want to meet up there and talk about missions, that could be a fun thing.
Roll a deception
She's
check,
such
please.
a dork.
All right. The sus level has not increased.
It doesn't decrease. I'm giving
No,
her
it also
so much
doesn't
shit.
decrease.
Fuck.
I think Alexa mentioned to Athalor here, just maybe, I mean, if Sventisko wants to break into IOTH's office, we can just let her do the dirty work, right? And then go along and get in there for ourselves. We just need to know when she's doing it, if Garnet can figure that out.
That would be translated verbatim to Garnet.
Well, I probably think back at them like, well, let's see if she can even pull off Untimaller's office. And then we'll think about if she can do anything useful after that.
Fair
I
enough.
think we keep this conversation from Kraius.
Oh, yeah. Well,
that's
so
cool.
yeah, if you want to meet up, and I know how to use the spell, the aura spell. So if I can't get a scroll to you, I know my writing is just dog shit, but I could cast it on you before you go, and I could be part of the mission.
Okay. I'll let Una know when I'm on my way. And we'll play it by ear. But don't blow this for me, all right? This is really important.
For you, this is an us thing now. We're a team.
Roll
I
persuasion.
think she just really wants to be liked.
Of course.
Okay.
Just the driving factor behind Garnet.
All right. Okay. She now, a little spark of excitement creeps back into her face.
So I do like since I've held her hand, I now do kind of like a wing motion like this. I'm like, look, it's our handshake. And I'm just like making her
Athalor
hand.
does try his best to do but he's got no idea. It's stupid.
Like,
I promise you, whatever it is, it's
I
stupid.
remember you being the cool one.
yeah. Is that
No, that's fine. No, that's great. Yeah.
okay? Bye. Just flying away now. Just leaves the room.
Oh,
The
Lord.
deadpan stares at
I feel
me.
like this should be a lot more sickening than it is.
I think back at Athalor. All right, did we get everything? Do you guys
We
have to go
did.
knock her
Excellent
out?
work, Garnet.
Cool.
And that was good.
All right.
Alex says good job as well. Come back when you're ready.
Right.
I'd use Dubacy if it's a long walk.
Fucking walking scene or TPC, whatever.
Splat. You come out, your hair soaked. When it's not the rupture and he's not, tripping out of his mind, you don't end up submerged in the elemental wellspring, but you still do end up soaked.
I make it like a mermaid moment where I bend over and then flip the hair back and just shampoo commercial montage moment, especially in front of Kraius, and just, all right, sorry, I'm back.
More water for my
did
collection.
Did I miss the initiation ceremony? I need to.
You did not, but we will cover the initiation ceremony and the Green Gala next time when Necra's able to join us on IOTH Academy.
Yay.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Sorry for the prom bait. Don't worry, it'll happen next time. Catch you around.